Good morning.
You're watching Mike and Troy with Morning Coffee. So I'm curious. We've talked a lot recently, not only working on some projects, but just driving around town. And the topic of culture seems to come up regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, what does culture mean to you?
I think for me, it's just like, because you can even have a culture within a friend group, right? Or even within your family. And I think it's just a set of behaviors or traditions, typically involving activities or practices that, make that group of people unique, So, yeah, I think it starts at like the closest knit, family level or friend level. And then when you guys go out into public and participate in public traditions, then your family is kind of conforming to the overarching traditions, like whether it's, like in Utah, there's, the Pioneer Day on the 24th of July. People go out and they celebrate that. And that's a tradition for people in Utah. Or, again, another one in Salt Lake City. Or I guess probably people from Utah in general probably travel to Salt Lake to do, the festival lights at the temple, right? Even if you're not LDS, I feel like a lot of non-LDS people still go to the LDS temple.
Family tradition.
Yeah.
Big time, yeah.
It's just a Utah thing or a Salt Lake cultural thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd imagine that, like non-LDS people go to the tabernacle to see those performances and stuff, right? So I think in my mind, that's what culture is. It's just a set of practices or traditions that people participate in. And again, like even on like, you look at the United States, everyone in the United States celebrates the 4th of July, right? Which is, Independence Day.
Right.
Even immigrants, I'm sure, come here and celebrate that, right? Because
it's a day off work.
Yeah, it's a day off work, and it's just what we do.
So what I hear you saying, what do they say? What I think I hear you saying is, culture isn't necessarily tied to a specific race or ethnicity.
No. I feel like you can participate in culture no matter who you are or where you're from, right? Like I would imagine, like if me and you went to Japan, we would participate in their culture even though we're not from there. Now, obviously, we would be outsiders, and they'd probably forgive us for not doing it correctly or whatever. But I think they would want us, and in fact, I've talked to Japanese people that are excited when foreigners are interested in their culture and want to practice it, right? Whether it's wearing kimono or having, like the tea ceremonies, or like they get really excited when someone else wants to participate in that.
Sure.
And I think it's no different than us, right? Like I'd imagine if, I had a friend from Japan or something come here, I'd want them to come celebrate the 4th of July with us, or Pioneer Day, or hey, it's Christmas time, let's go check out the lights. That's fun to do.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that can cross boundaries, right? And I think culture can also tie to like the way we dress, right? Because different, like again, going back to Japan, like they don't wear a kimono all the time. It's usually for festivals and special events that they wear it, or I'm sure some people wear it at home. But like so when they come here, like they would probably want to participate by wearing like American ball caps and t-shirts and sandals or whatever. I don't know, that type of stuff. Because I don't know if you know this, but ball caps and t-shirts were actually invented by the Americans.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it was military attire.
Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah. So you right now are wearing military attire.
Whoop, whoop.
And if you think about it, you look back at like old time clothes, even in America, we didn't, like it was like 50s, like 1950s military attire that they developed like ball caps and stuff.
That's why I didn't know that. I'm not that old.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Right, you think of the usefulness of a baseball cap. I mean, obviously it got popularized by baseball, but even in the military, right? It's an easy way to keep the sun out of your eyes.
Yeah.
And that's probably very useful in combat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the t-shirts made out of cotton are nice and light, so you're not getting hot. So it just turned out it was comfortable, and now we all wear them, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And even if you now you go around the world, that's a cultural thing to America that has transcended the world, right? Like
Yeah.
you can go to England or Japan, there's people gonna be wearing baseball caps and t-shirts.
Right.
You know, I don't think they think of it. Maybe they think of it as an American thing, but I think they just think of it as a style.
Yeah,
You know.
probably more than anything. I just find it interesting, like, we live, approximately 500 miles apart. But you have to admit, there's a huge cultural difference between Salt Lake City and Las Vegas.
Oh,
but
yeah.
as far as miles go, it's what, a 45-minute flight? Mm-hmm. But you get a cultural difference, a dramatic cultural difference. And again, by that, I don't mean race or ethnicity, or you get that too. But
a lot of it's just behavior.
right, yeah, right. Slang. It may be just something as simple as slang, right? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, yeah, I can tell you that. Like, even you go to like retail stores, the people that work at those retail stores act very different here than they do in Salt Lake,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I think we even saw that when we went to the Philippines. Remember, like, you go to like any like fast food joint or just anywhere and buy something, they're like almost overly polite, right? Like, oh, thank you, sir. Like,
Right.
Just
Yeah.
it's all these like very humble, like phrases and stuff that's just ultra polite.
Yeah.
And you'd never get that here.
Nah.
No.
No.
Like no one's gonna be like, oh, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you.
Now you're
You
lucky
know,
if they make eye
come-
contact. Next.
Yeah, next. Yeah, what do you want? Double
Right.
cheeseburger? Okay, move on.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. No, 100%. Interesting. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
All right.
cool. Oh, thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos of me, click on the top right. If you want to see some videos of my dad, click on the top left. Click the like button if you liked the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay connected. And clicking the bell icon will help YouTube keep you notified of our activities. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.